morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's your boy Kevin Thornton. You have tuned in to the Lotus Architect Show. Today is Monday, December 23rd, 2019. I have a great show for you today. But first off, before I get started with that, I want to say, for me and for Lotus, I want to say thank you for last week's show. The feedback was amazing. I actually had my father call me the next day. He watched the show and he was thoroughly impressed with the show, and he's looking forward for part 2, 3, and 4 of the show. So I want to thank everybody who tuned in, and please tune in and share this one as well, because now as we head into the 2020, I wanted to do something regarding your physical health. So I have a great young lady here today, and I also have a brother coming in shortly. He's be the trainer, so he's the trainer. She's gonna tell about her journey, and she makes holistic juices, milks, and salads. So please follow her on Instagram when she talks about it. You know, reach out to her and let's support her as she goes through her journey and create greatness. So with that being said, please say hello to my lovely co-host, Lotus Riche. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, and how you get to this point right here, right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. We are so happy to have you here. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Lotus Riche. With Lotus Riche Ignites Life Coaching and Consulting. And you see me here every Monday with the remarkable Kevin Thornton right here on the Kevin Thornton Wellness Architect Show. Happy to have you here. And we're going to get right into the word of the day. The word of the day is, and you may have guessed it, health, right? Healthy. I'm going to tell you what the dictionary meaning, and Webster's dictionary meaning of healthy is this: beneficial to one's physical, mental, or emotional state, conducive to or associated with good health or reduced risk of disease. Now, it also says that it's showing physical, mental, or emotional well-being, evincing good health, but also remember, good health is also spiritual well-being. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I took you to that word for a couple of reasons. As you know, 2019 is almost over, and many of us have gone all year not being in the soundness of health, be it emotional, mental, physical, or spiritual. But right at the end of 2019, we are on the cusp of 2020. My question to you is, what type of health will you be taking into 2020? Do you want to have sound health? Do you want to have sound emotional well-being, physical well-being, spiritual well-being? Well, if you do, today is a great day to be on the show, because we have some marvelous people here that's going to help you usher that in. But nobody can do it for you but you. So I invite you to leave all the things that held you back, that left you tore down emotionally, that left you tore down spiritually, physically, and mentally. Leave it back in 2019 as you move in to 2020. And I wish you sound health in every shape, form, and fashion of your life. And that's the word of the day.
Thank you, ma'am.
That sounds great. That sounds great from what I heard.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the lady first, then you're going to tell everybody who you are, what you do, how you get to this point, and then I'm going to introduce the brother.
Of course.
And he's going to do the same thing. So this is the Taste of Gratitude, everyone.
How are you doing? I'm the Taste of Gratitude. And what I do is make cold pressed juices, and I'm working on milks as well myself. I actually did this Brazilian nut milk that I'm going to try out today and see what he thinks about it. And it has maca root, spirulina, and it also has, like I said, Brazilian nut and Irish sea moss.
Okay.
So I want to try that out with you.
Alrighty. So how did you start doing this?
So I started a while back, about 4 or 5 years ago. I was really overweight, and what made me get to this point was I was laying there and I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I was actually smoking cigarettes back then too. So I thought it was my weight first, so I wanted to get that down. And when I was in the gym, I'm just like, why are you still smoking cigarettes? Like, it doesn't make sense to try and get healthy and still be smoking cigarettes. So I cut that out, and then so I went on a 30-day juice fast, and it was just really fun to just come up with all these different types of juice. And then the way it made me feel, like, I know I used to be really angry all the time, and so when I started noticing that change up, I really want to stick with it. But I got back, I fell off and I actually cut out meat too. Let me not leave that part out. But I started back eating the meat, listening to everybody else, because I had got down so small that I really didn't like it. So before I did all the research, I just started back eating meat, but I didn't like the way it made me feel. So here we are today. I cut the meat back out, and I'm back on making all my juices. And yeah, so I got to this point because Body by Ted, he let me come to his gym. He is an awesome guy, and he let me come to his gym and sell my drinks. And Miss Chef 404, she also introduced me to Kevin, and she went and was sampling my drinks out at his job, and he liked them, and now we're here.
All right. And we got the personal trainer over here.
Yes, indeed.
DJ
Yes,
Mr.
indeed.
Bostick. How you
Yes,
doing,
indeed. I'm blessed, to say the least, to say thank you. First and foremost, got to give it back to you. Thank you for the opportunity. And yes, we know each other. We're fond of each other as well. I work at this gym that she's talking about with Ted here. I'm here to just spread a little bit about myself. The brand is built by Bostick. And how I kind of came up with that, the BBB here, how I kind of came up with that was I understand that people are always in a transformation. We're always trying to transform our body, or whatever the season or the change is, or whatever it may be. So that became something that made me want to dive into personal fitness. And I said, well, I know this is my lane, this is my alley, so let me build an empire. And that's how I came up with Built by Bostick, because that's my last name. Been training at Fit Factory 360 along with Ted and Jamie, the owners there. Been training with them there for about the past year and a half or so. And I've been actually personal training for about 3 years now. So it's my passion and my money maker, man.
All right. So, no, I'm very big on my whole platform is to inspire, educate, and empower people to be the best version of themselves.
Correct.
I feel that with my platform, it's my responsibility to showcase African Americans in a different light.
Right.
It's more people like she and you than what they see on TV.
Correct.
And so each of y'all have your own journey with inspiration, and that can in turn help them out. Especially you as a black man. Because,
yes, sir.
We don't see black men in the light that you are on TV. So it's my responsibility to showcase you guys in that kind of light. So people can see there's more to us than what they see on TV.
Correct. And we're thankful for that platform.
No problem. And so, and I'm very appreciative to Ted, because I think, Nisha speaks highly of him. But for a man to have a gym like that and allows people to come in and create their own platform and create a business, out of their own, that's big, because a lot of times we have a crab in the barrel mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
They might want you to come, and do that, because that's taking away potential money from them or whatever.
Correct.
Situation.
That's why he's so dope.
Yeah, that's why it's amazing. It's amazing.
That's why I want to give a shout out to him as well, because she speaks highly of you.
Likewise.
She speaks highly of you, and so it's like, as we get into 2020, I want everybody to be motivated by you guys. And correct. Those in the Atlanta area can come find you.
Yes.
I don't know if you do online.
Yes, man. We're doing it all 2020.
So therefore, reach out to do online, because based on me and Lois's platforms, she comes from the service. So she has friends all across the world. So we have people from, Japan, London, Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Them watching the show. So
Wow.
so it allows both of you guys to expand your platform to higher
Correct.
levels. Okay.
Correct.
So with that being said, I want to go to you first.
Okay.
The reason why I asked for her to be on the show is because Nisha came to work and she would always have some of your juices on there. And so she would have the juices, and then she knew I was into this type of stuff, and so she would let me taste it. And so pretty much everyone that you made, I enjoyed. So then,
Glad to hear that.
so then Lotus, I want you to hear this. So then she made a detox salad, which I'm big on too. And so she made a detox salad, and I was doing 21 days plant-based. So I had drank a ginger tea, and I had some water, and I had a salad. But I was still hungry. So Niche gave me the detox salad. She gave me both salads actually, but I ate the detox salad first. So her detox salad had arugula, spinach, and dandelion greens. And then she had like some olives and something else on there, and then she had the dressing. The salad itself was amazing to me. The only thing I had to change was the dressing. I had to have like a little bit sweeter dressing because the dandelion greens is very bitter. And the thing is, the more bitter the green it is, the more it's going to detoxify the body. And so I ate the salad. Now, mind you, I've told everybody all the time, I'm very regular. So I always gonna use the bathroom at least 3 times a day.
Right.
Lotus, I use the bathroom like 10 times. 10 times. And when I came back to work, I said, man, I went to the bathroom like 10 times. And it was like, it wasn't no little bit. It was like full-fledged bathroom. And she started laughing. I said, I go to the bathroom regardless anyway. But it detoxed me. So she said, well, what do you think it was? I said, I already know what it was. It was the dandelion greens. The dandelion greens is something that's going to really detoxify your liver and all that kind of stuff. And so that's something that when I do stuff with my clients, that's one of the lettuces or the greens that I always have to put in. So what made you think of a detox salad? Because I don't think everybody understands what a detox salad is.
Because that's exactly what I was doing, detoxing my body. So I have a digestive issue, and the more that I started digging deep into health, I started figuring out what to do to help with that. So I wanted to detox my body, and I went into the detox salads, and I know dandelion definitely detoxes you. It helps with the blood and everything. So I just wanted to cleanse myself, and that's what I've been working on. Like, when you want to work out and lose weight, you have to start with the inside, and then the out, you're going to start to see it outward. But you really need to cleanse deep inside while you're trying to do all that, because you might start to lose a little weight, but you're still going to have that bad bacteria and all that stuff inside of there. So just want to let you guys know that.
I want to jump in right quick.
Go for it.
You said something from the start, Nisha, that you have to cleanse from the inside first. And that was a part of our word of the day. Not only do you have to cleanse your body, you have to make a decision to cleanse your body, but you have to have a made up mind, because a lot of times people will say, well, I'm not eating no dandelion roots and I'm not eating this. But if you really want to go into 2020 in a healthier way, you got to make up your mind that you're willing to do it. And really, from what I'm hearing, there's really no reason not to do it, because it tastes delicious and it's healthy for you. So you kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And then on the back side of that, you also have a drink so that they could take with them to work or whatever they're doing. They can take that drink to quench their thirst while also they're nourishing their body. So that's pretty amazing.
And also the mind, like a lot of the ingredients I use turmeric, like it helps with depression, all type of stuff. Some of my drinks have cayenne pepper, nutmeg, helps with depression, anxiety. So it's just overall, and on top of that, you're losing weight. So you just really can't beat it. And what I tell people, like, everything might not be sweet, because that's not the point of this drink, but you do have some sweet ones. And it's all natural sugars, But what I try to tell people is just think of it. You drink alcohol on the weekends.
All
like,
the
come
time.
on.
It's crazy.
This one drink isn't going to kill you, you
Right.
know? And it's people out here taking depression medicine and having side effects and going and killing themselves. You're not going to kill yourself over having my drink of celery or fennel. You might turn your face up a little bit, but you know what?
Right.
You're going to feel really good afterwards. And that's what I try to tell people. Like, just be mindful when you taste it. Just think of how you feel. And that's like, for real, you're going to feel an effect from it. And that's what I like, and I want to share that with other people because, like I said, a lot of the time I would be angry, but I drink these juices and I just feel so at peace and like, but I do meditate too now, so, but still, these drinks, like, they're so wonderful, and I want to share that with everybody, and that's where the name Taste of Gratitude came from when I started eating plant-based, and I just was, like, enjoying the taste of it, and I'm like, it's so simple, and I'm like, I'm just so grateful, like, we have an abundance of this, and I want to share it. I'm so grateful. I want to share this feeling with everybody else, and maybe they'll feel how I feel when I drink it. Like,
Now tell everybody how much weight have you lost?
Oh, so I lost 85 pounds.
Yes, that's amazing. Right, clap that, clap for that, and clap for that.
I lost 85 pounds.
And you know what, too? Something that you said, despite, you said a couple of things, but the one thing you talked about is about balancing the gut, balancing the bad bacteria in the gut. And it's unequivocal that the bacilli, you need bacilli, and you need like the dandelion root that helps you to pass those things that's not conducive to a healthy gut. So I like that you are mindful of that, because a lot of our disease starts in the gut. Additionally, what you said, which is phenomenal, is you talked about turmeric, and it's unequivocal and it's well known that turmeric is a natural pain reliever. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. So those who are suffering with things such as arthritis and things of that nature, it's magnificent for that. Those who have diabetes and even different cancers, many of the components that you are using are superfoods for such diseases to help us thwart those diseases. For those that may be experiencing them, it will help to alleviate, and for those who aren't experiencing, it will help to thwart those diseases. So that's magnificent.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
So on this end, this brother right here,
Correct.
not only that he has a great spirit from what I'm gathering right now, you know, I think people look at him and say, okay, he kind of slim.
Yeah.
But he's, from what I saw, he is ripped, and he also is a beast in the gym. So, you know, that's what I was told, and I just want you to talk to the people, because, you know, as they get ready to go in 2020, that's like the number one thing. Everybody said they want to lose weight.
Right.
But I need someone from the personal training mode
Correct.
to, you know, talk to them about the whole process.
Correct. Well, first and foremost, anybody that is, you know, looking to get started, come by Fit Factory 360. We're located off exit 237 right there off Tucker and La Vista, across from the Target. We're right there by the Enterprise and big warehouse behind the event space. But we're actually, me and Jamie the Motivator, part owner of the gym there, we're actually hosting on my birthday a class, a silent workout party, and we want to have a DJ and going to have people out there. So just want to kind of promote that event and, you know, tell people to come by and get started and have something fun to do at the top of the year. You know, most people get that misconception that exercising isn't fun. And we can make it fun. You know, you just got to get creative. It's going to hurt, but it will be fun.
Right.
But a little bit about, like, you know, what I'm just making sure that people need to learn and understand that this is a process. You know, where it starts is, of course, with her and nutrition and balancing your diet and doing those things and making sure that your body is intact to be able to maintain what you're doing in the gym, you know. So most people think you're just going to come in and drop the weight off cardio and off doing this and sprinting and this and that, but that's not always the case. You know, it may be 70-30, and that's 70% nutrition, 30% of you being in the gym. And honestly, I really would give it 80-20. 80-20.
Right.
Because that's really is that serious. But when you come into the gym, you just have to understand that your goal is set early. And as I tell my clients, let's move in a three month period, a 6 month period, or a yearly period. So that way I know I have your full commitment. It's not going to change in 1 month. It's not going to change in 2 months, you know. So I have to make sure that I have that accountability within my program and the systems that we kind of provide, and make sure that they all reach their goals, whether that's weight loss, muscle toning, body sculpting, whatever it may be. You know, I am a slim guy, like they say, but I always tell people, don't let it fool them. You know, I always give people that they money's worth each time.
So one of the things, you know, Lois and I both are health coaches and life coaches.
Correct.
And what that means too is you got the nutrition part from this young lady, and we could do it as well. But then we got the personal training from you. But one of the things that I think that's sometimes is missing is the spiritual side.
Yes.
Because when you're out of balance in some form of way in your life, you tend to, most of us are emotional eaters.
Yes.
And so then therefore when we're out of balance, we go to food and liquor to comfort ourselves. And so even though you might be trying your best with DJ, or you might be trying your best with the Taste of Gratitude, if you don't try to get yourself back in balance, you're not going to see the results that you want to see. And so that's one of the things I too. So it's always the physical, the nutritional, and the spiritual. That's all play a major part, you know, and you know the total transformation, as he said,
correct,
of who you want to be for 2020. Did you want to say anything, Lotus? Did you want to say anything?
Well, a couple quick things. Yes, a couple quick things. I wanted to say, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, very good then. I wanted to say that you talk about our guests being slim, but what a lot of people miss out on is a lot of times when we see people who are slim, such as he, you look at this man, and if he took his shirt off, you would go back to the old way of how people wash clothes, right? On the washboard, right? and you got to remember that when we're talking about body fat, this gentleman right here, he probably has almost next to no body fat.
4%, and to be exact.
4%.
Yes.
And see, that's a critical thing. You have to understand how body fat works. And a lot of times, many of our diseases come from overweight, again, which starts in the gut. So now we have this balance of, I can get you physically set, I can get you nutritionally set, and you have this same thing with, you got to be spiritually set. So I'm really loving to hear that this is really a 360. So I challenge anybody out there, if you have any questions, hit us with it, but also don't miss the moment. They're right there, our numbers right there on the screen. Call in if you have any questions, and if you want to get on one of their programs, by all means, don't hesitate, because again, you're going into a new year, and I'm quite certain that many of you want to do new things.
Yes.
So it's going to start with the new way that you treat your body and love your body. And it starts with your nutrition and your physical health.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, ma'am. So how did you start doing personal training?
I actually, so crazy how it kind of started up for me. I was at school, North Carolina, playing basketball. Fortunately, I walked away from a scholarship. And it was a blessing for my life. I had to kind of find myself as a man, find out what I wanted to do. And personal training was natural to me. I was always one of the most fit guys on my team. I got there, my coach was wanting me to implement workouts, wanting me to be the one and hey DJ, come up, do this, let's run the abs today. And I started to think, well, I'm on here on scholarship, I'm not getting paid I'm not the athletic director, I'm not the personal trainer, I'm not anything. So I had to kind of walk away from that and find my calling. I walked away from it and kind of found Jamie actually doing that through VH1. We did some set work for Mama D and stuff for that work in that field. And then I asked him, I told him, I let him know my vision. He told me he owned a gym. I met him the next day at Lenox Mall. We passed out some flyers. He said come by the following day after that. Came by, and that's how I jumped into it. And ever since then, I just was running just head down. Like I did about 6 months just interning with him. And then that just translated to me growing my own clientele. So now I'm where I'm at today.
So how do you attract the clientele that you're trying to attract? Because everybody don't want. So a lot of times people say they want to lose weight, but they don't really want to pay for the services.
Correct.
So how you attract the type of people that you want to attract?
Well, first and foremost, like you guys say, that spiritual connection, you have to allow someone mentally to be able to connect with you, one, their message and their goal and their vision, because a lot of people honestly don't even know what they want. They're expecting a miracle work from you because they don't know what they want.
Right.
So and when they explain to me, maybe, I want to lose some weight, or say, okay, I have a sheet and I have 5 goals. You can list short-term goals and your long-term goals. So when you do that, I'm able to remind you every single time. If you feel like you're about to quit on yourself, if you feel like any of those things, I'm able to hold my clients that accountability is there. So they know my structure, they know how I'm working and everything like that. But when they hit me with, it's the price point is this high or this is this, okay, well, let's work something out. Right. Okay, well, maybe it is a price point or whatever it may be, but let's work around it. If it's only one day that we can do a week, let's do one day a week. Right. If that's 2 days a week, let's do 2 days a week. If that's nothing, let's do only online programs, being that you can't come up to Tucker and La Vista and make it in. Right. So there's always ways around it. And at the end of the day, can you truly put a price on your health? Like, you're able to go buy clothes or shirt or whatever it may be, gifts for individuals or whatever it may be, but you can't really put that price on your own body, because this is the only one you got. This is the only vessel until you're gone.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to just chime in too and say this. I have some clients, and I talk to them about some of their needs. And oftentimes people talk about price points, like you said. And it's the funniest thing is that you'll see people go out and they'll buy Jordans, which can range from what?
$225. I just bought a pair last week. $225.
Okay. So $225. People will go out and pay $225, but they won't pay I don't know what your prices are, $500 or $1,000 a month to get their body straight. Because really, if your body's not straight and you're hurting, how you gonna wear the Jordans anyway? Because you're not gonna be dunking. So my other thing is that I try to tell people, if you don't pay now, you will pay later. And it is so hard to revert that once you become ill. So I have a question. Let me look at it. Okay, I have a question for you. Okay. The first question is about the drinks. What about people with allergies? How do you help them?
So I'm going to be making the juices fresh, so they can just let me know if they have any allergies, and we can work around that.
Awesome. Yeah. Next question is, what if you have a person who has never worked out in their life, but they want to work out and they're really overweight? How do you help them?
Well, first and foremost, that spiritual side. I'm making sure I'm going to sit down and have a consultation with you first to make sure what you're about to endure and go through during this 3-month, 6-month, or this yearly plan with me and my daily routines. What I would do, I always tell new individuals, what I had to learn, first off, what I had to learn is that not everyone is an athlete. I come from that athletic background, so I couldn't treat everyone like they always were athletic. So once I learned that and kind of found my niche of what I wanted to do, it became so much easier for me, for any new person to come into the gym and just for me to just encourage them, hey, let's do just a little bit. Don't compare to the next person. Look at yourself and worry about that same vision. Like I said, I kind of implement short-term, long-term goals. That way I'm able to remind them of what they're doing and why they're even in there, and walk with them through the process, slowly but surely. Like I treat it like training wheels. Hold their hand for a little bit, then slowly let go and allow them to trust themselves. If they fall, I'm going to encourage you. Get back up. You scraped your knee, that's fine. I do it every day. Get up and come on. So that's kind of just my words of encouragement to get them through.
And Lotus, one more thing. At this gym, they have a program called Big Girls Move.
Big Girls Move, yes.
So it's a program for women that are overweight, and they all work out together. They do boot camps.
Boot camps.
Boot camps, and then you could also choose to be personally trained by either DJ or all that kind of stuff as well. So it gives them...
And online.
There's online offer as well.
And then you got her there to buy the smoothies and that stuff. and then Nisha's there.
So wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute.
I know that was a lot.
All right, now I've been seeing some beautiful large sisters doing their thing, but what you telling me right now is you have a program that's designed for our wonderful, beautiful, full-figured sisters, okay? Mm-hmm. And if they feel like, well, I'm not ready to come in yet because I'm still working on my sexy, and I want to do it from home, you saying that you do it from home with them?
Oh yeah, online programs are offered. Ted has definitely implemented online programs, and they're running weekly. He's shooting numerous amounts of hours. He's putting in 5 to 6 hours when he's shooting. So that work that you putting in at home, he's doing that same thing on the other side of the camera. So I definitely can second that. It's an amazing program. Anybody should start it.
Yeah. Definitely go add him.
I'm hearing no excuses.
Exactly.
I'm hearing no excuses,
basically.
Because I heard her say earlier with the juices, I'm making them fresh. So look, if you feel like you're allergic to something, you tell me what you're not allergic to, and I'm the juiceologist. I'll mix you something so wonderful, so great that not only will it taste good, but it'll help you lose weight and be nutritious at the same time. So I'm hearing no excuses to lose weight and to be your best self going into 2020.
Let me tell you how it's no excuses at this gym. You have the big girls move, so that's for the big girls, but everybody else, the other people are welcome as well.
Yes.
So then therefore, you have boot camps for the big girls. You also have personal training by these great men. You have the juices and the salads by this young lady. But then my co-worker is a chef. So then she does food. She does meal planning.
Meal plans,
So you got the young ladies there. They order meals from her every week. And so therefore, like I said, like he said, there's no excuse. 'Cause you got somebody who can make the meals for you. You got the people who can do the juices for you. And you got somebody who can train you. So therefore, if this is what you really want to do, you cannot create any excuses because they got everything lined up for you.
And kind of
so I got another question for you. What about the big guys? guys feeling left out, y'all.
Guys are feeling left out. We actually, now that you said that, we need to do something for big fellas or something in 2020, and we need to get more fellas in the gym. Honestly, to be completely just transparent, a lot of fellas, I don't know if they get scared away by what's going on in the gym. They think we can only come in and do a bunch of weightlifting, and that's what it is. And then I'll challenge them with some lateral movement, some rope, some cardio work. And it's so challenging that they kind of may stray away a little bit, and lose that consistency. But what I have noticed with my fellas is that they will see all the women in there. So then they will be like, okay, well, maybe I should be in there. Well, if they can do it, I can do it. Right. So they do have that mindset. But we do need to implement some kind of a program or something for those fellas in 2020. I'm glad that you said that, actually. Gave me an idea right on the spot.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of times, with the Big Girls Move, it's a platform they can all work together. So I think, like you said, that's something that's needed because big guys have insecurities as well. So they don't want to go to the gyms a lot of times because they're scared or nervous that people are going to be judging them and all that kind of stuff. So that makes them not want to go to the gym. Right. So if you, just like y'all created something for the ladies, y'all create something for the men, I think that would be amazing. I think I might need to come and talk to Ted about.
Please do.
Talk about being like a life coach.
Yes.
Because that's part of the issue.
Yes.
Whether it's for the females or the male.
Yes.
Men. Because I think a lot of times, especially with women, we live here in the South, and they tend to make decisions based off what they think the men like. So then, therefore, they could be real thick or overweight, and you could say, DJ could say, "What's your goal?" And you could say, they'll say 20 pounds, but they'll still be over 200 pounds. Yeah. But they say they want to only lose 20 pounds because they said the black man like
a thick woman.
Like a thick woman. Instead of looking at it as how, knowing and believing that you will attract a man based on how you like yourself.
Correct.
And so that's one of the things I think that need to be discussed as well. So
Definitely, yeah, man. We might could have actually do something. I actually had a idea of a praise workout, and in that praise workout, a little bit to kind of explain what that is I want to do a Sunday event. It's only $1. And that $1 is just like you go to church. That means the 1%. You are the one person. That is your tithing, your offering. That is the giving back to yourself in representation of just you. Right. And in that 1% of what we're doing is just saying to do. I believe that the 1%ers of life is doing everything that others not willing to do. Right. So if once I have that event and I kind of structure that out, I would love to invite you out and kind of just have this let people know what's going on and have that spiritual balance. So that would be beautiful.
So Lotus, I'm very big on the energy and all that kind of stuff. Yes. And so as you know, we've been talking about me going on tour, me going back teaching spin classes, all that kind of stuff. But what I always say I want to do is do a collaborative effort. Yes. So what I would like to do is if I'm going to get back to teaching, but I'm only going to teach like special occasions. Yes. Like that. So if I find a place like in Duluth or something, that's where we could do a spin class. Yes. So then every 30 minutes of spin by me, and then 30 minutes of like HIIT training. HIIT training, perfect. That's right up my alley. I don't need any equipment either. I just need a floor and a space. There you go. That's all. That's perfect. So then that way, and if it works out well, we can make that into a rotating thing, and then that way, it'll be a great thing. Yes. So I believe that the energy of these guys, it was like 2020, I want to do something different, and I want to expand, and I know. For me, and I have been telling Lotus, I didn't want to go back to this teaching at a LA Fitness or commercials. Different. It's different. I want to do it to where I want to attract people who want to spend the money on themselves. And if we do a collaborative class, it'd be an amazing thing. Yes, for sure. So for sure, we'll definitely talk about that. Yes, please, let's do that.
And Kevin, I wanted to ask our guests. I don't know if you all saw our show on last week. We did a roundtable, a gentleman's roundtable, and what I got while we were all talking was that it may be very, very impactful in the 2020 that we do a health roundtable and invite both of you back. And the night that we do the health roundtable, maybe we could invite people to come out and have a taster.
Oh, that would be nice.
Maybe I can fly in for it, and we have a taster. And people, if you really, really are really wanting to get your life on the right track for 2020, he'll be there, and he can sign you up right then and there, and she'll be there. And if you need your juices modified, she can modify them for you. But come in and have a taster as we do our health roundtable, all in that same night. That was just a suggestion that I thought might be a great ushering in for the 2020.
That would be beautiful, and I would be throwing out some deals. If we implement that, I come back, let's just say whoever's watching, I'll be throwing out some deals and knocking out some discount prices for those people that have that high price point mentality. Okay.
So. And see, our viewers, this is what I'm talking about, viewers. We have some of the best entrepreneurs on the planet that comes to the show, and they're really seeded from their heart. So thank you for saying that. We really appreciate it. So I challenge our viewers. I challenge you, get ready, because it's coming. The health roundtable, where you're going to get your juices modified if you need them, and then if not, take them as they are, because they're already magnifique. Magnifique, is that right? Right. That's right. Or if you want to double up, get your health care plan, get physically fit for 2020.
So then what we could do is we could have the healthcare roundtable here. Yeah.
Yes.
And then what we could do is definitely you and I could do an event somewhere and teach a spin class with cardio. We call Cardio HIIT.
Cardio HIIT.
And then at the place, she could come and sell her juices.
Sell the juices. There we go.
Then everybody can do and make some money at the same time.
There you go.
Well,
Can't
I
forget
just want to
about
say
Nisha.
they gonna need the juices, y'all.
Right,
Because
right.
Kevin,
Can't
him
forget
and
about
Kevin gonna
Nisha.
work you out.
Gonna
Y'all
work, yeah.
gonna need
Okay,
the
so
juices.
so I know that the young lady who has hooked me up with these two great people
Yes.
is watching.
Yes.
So let me say, because she will dog me out tomorrow when I see her, or next time I see her. She could come as well,
Yes.
and she will have salads and sandwiches that's healthy for you.
Yes.
So if you want a lunch, something healthy, she could be there to
Yes.
supply it.
Yes,
The
yes,
juices
yes,
and
yes.
the salads, she could be there to do it, and we can
Yes.
knock you out with the cardio.
With the
hit.
cardio, exactly.
And if it
Good
goes with
time.
not if it goes with when it goes well and it's well received, we could do it again
And again,
just make
and
it-
again, and again.
Yeah.
Because it never stops. I love that idea. And yeah, I second that. Nisha, your food is amazing. She's catered to some of my events. I loved everything that she did for me, and can't replace her.
Yeah. So thank you, Lotus, for that idea. So we got some work to do for 2020.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know you want to. We're gonna do part
Yes, we
two.
do.
Yeah.
We're gonna do part 2 of the male roundtable.
Yeah.
So I want you to come back for that. Because I like your spirit, and so
I appreciate that,
So
brother.
we need that energy right there. Because are you a millennial?
Yeah, I'm only 23. 24,
So-
January
So,
16th.
and that was the conversation that we had last week. We had the millennials along with me. I'm Generation X, and then we
Yep,
had some,
Gen X.
and then we had some baby boomers in the picture.
Oh,
And
that's
so,
nice.
So then we had this conversation, and we're gonna have it became so well received that we're gonna do another one. So based off the energy that you have given me, I would definitely need you to be there.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I got to shake your hand on that. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
that, man. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I will be there. I'm marking my calendar. Send the date.
Right, and now,
So when she
and
let me
now
know when she
I gotta
coming time.
step in right here
Yes.
because I see the look on her face.
No.
Don't get it twisted. We are having a ladies' round
There you
table.
go.
Okay.
And not only are you at the table, but you have an invite to the
I
table.
appreciate that. Are you going to actually be there?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I'll be
good.
flying in
Okay.
for the ladies' round table. And I fly in for the men's round table.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So.
I will be happy to meet you.
Likewise.
Yeah,
My pleasure. Same.
I'm a firm believer that people come to you attract who you are, where you are at this moment. And so for Niche to keep on saying, when you gonna have my people on? When you gonna have my people on?
Yeah.
It had to happen at the right time.
The right time, man.
And so it was at the time where I'm ready to take my platform to a whole nother level, and but I feel to attract genuine people towards me that's going to work with me, and we can understand it can be a win-win situation.
Provide value.
And provide value.
Correct.
So that's why I think this right here was like the perfect setting today, because I'm off of vibes, and so you are perfect for me. And then of course I like your story as well. And I'm big on meditation stuff. And you say you're
Thank
big
you.
on meditation.
Likewise. I just got into it.
Really?
I was
Yeah,
just
I
about to
just
say,
got
I
into
just
it.
got into all of this when
2
I
years.
started going on my journey with my juices. Like I said, for me, it's more than just weight loss. And it just started making me become more conscious. I got to reading more. It had me thinking differently. Like, I keep seeing that meme on Facebook. It's, what his name is? Meek Mills
Meek
says
Mills,
the
yeah.
sea moss.
Yeah.
But it's no joke. Like, the
Yeah.
stuff that I've been taking, and a lot of it, I just found this information when I moved here to Georgia, and that's why I fell in love. Like, a lot of stuff that I've been introduced to, or people that I've found or met, I'm just like head over heels with this place right
Wow.
now. So
That's
I'm
good.
just really excited.
That's dope.
And it's awesome. And I would say, yeah, that sea moss, but you mix that with that bladderwrack, it's amazing. And
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have a bladderwrack and milk thistle, and it's gonna have some burdock root in it. I'm making the
Oh,
tea.
wow.
I'm working on that
Oh,
now,
wow.
but I want to make it to where it tastes good, so people can actually take it down, because a lot of those flavors are bitter.
Right.
But like I said, I'm working. That's how we came with this beet lemonade, because a lot of people did not want to drink the beets, and I'm like, the benefits are crazy. Everybody
Yes.
talking about their
Yeah.
digestive system, or just how it's hard for them to go to the bathroom, or you know, their heart issues. And I'm like, let me figure out a way I can make this for people to drink, and it still has the parsley in there, it still has the ginger, the lemon, and all that good stuff. So,
and I've had some. I remember you gave me some. You gave me a shot of beet juice.
And for those who have the issues with the bitters, and want to make sure they're cleaning their gut out, a great friend of mine, Dr. Park from Korea, he's one of the founders of functional medicine in Korea. He shared with me when I had food poisoning. I was over in Sasebo, Japan, and I had food poisoning. Then I flew over to Korea, and he did some examination of me and found that. And what he recommended to me was the milk thistle and the manuka honey and the dandelion root, because it is very effective in killing parasites in the gut. So those of you that want a little sweetener to it, it's an all natural honey. It's from New Zealand. It's called Manuka. It's a little on the pricey side, but it's worth every dime because it's natural, and especially those of you that's dealing with diabetes and things of that nature, or if you have candida already, you want to use a natural substance that's going to force the bad bacteria out of your stomach and balance out the
and I would, I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but watercress, if you're looking to clear parasites, watercress, it tastes horrible, but I'm telling you, instant results.
I'm not even familiar with that one.
Actually, watercress is the #1 superfood right now. It topped kale.
Okay, really? Yeah. I'm a huge kale. And I'm
going to tell you something else that's good that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, but bitter melon. Bitter melon is very famous in Korea, Japan, even Africa, Jamaica, places like that. It is phenomenal when you talk about diabetes, and we just sent some over to New Jersey for someone who was suffering with a type of disease. So bitter melon.
So you all are both doing amazing things with the nutrition and also the personal training, but I get from both of you guys that y'all are both very spiritual as well. So me and Lois are very big on telling people what our spiritual routine is. So what is you guys' spiritual routine in the morning?
Ladies first, or
okay. So with mine, I've been getting up lately at 4 o'clock or either 3:30, and I get up and I pray, and I have a candle. Sometimes I switch it up, depends on if it burns out or what I'm feeling. I burn it. And this is something new that I've been implementing since I moved to Georgia, but I do have a little ancestor board and everything that I do go and I speak to them. And it makes me feel great. Like, I feel like I have inspiration from my grandparents. I talk to them and I meditate and I just write down my goals. And that's a good thing to do before bed as well. And I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Like, honestly, the things that's going on right now, I manifested them. I wrote them down every day, and I really wasn't planning on it to happen this fast. All the dates that I wrote down, I surpassed them. Like, it happened way before my apartment. I just got here. My anniversary will be on the 28th. I had my apartment by August 8th, and I had wrote down that I wasn't going to get my apartment till September.
Wow.
And with the drinks, I was just writing down like plans, like menus and stuff like that. Then I met Ted, and he gave me the opportunity to do that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like I was just planning to talk about it, like not actually go and sell them. But I'm like, the opportunity knocked, I better go. So I hurried up. Like when I came here, I didn't bring my juicer or nothing. When they gave me that opportunity, I went and bought a juicer. I was in a position where I had to get my money ready for my rent, but I was like, girl, this your chance, go buy that juicer. So anybody out there, if there's anything that you want to do, don't let it hold you back. If it's something that you seen for yourself, then clearly that's for you. And I ain't gonna say that's your path, but it might be something leading you to where you're supposed to be. So just go out there and do it, because you just holding yourself back, honestly. Don't even worry about, like, it sound bad when you say it, but you never really know where you could be. Like, I didn't plan for this move here. I was just coming down here to see my best friend, and now I'm here in Atlanta. I was afraid to do all these things.
Right.
But you cannot be afraid. You cannot let that hold you back. And that's another reason why I meditate, and I just, pray and just live life now, because we only got one, and you really just can't hold yourself back. So just get everything in order.
Yeah,
Do what
good
you want to
job.
do.
Yeah. You, sir?
Kind of piggyback off of that. I definitely love the idea of speaking to ancestors and doing that. I would love to try. But me, what I kind of do, I get up every single morning, 4 a.m. I'm at the gym at 5, so I have to be up at 4, travel 45, 50 minutes to drive there. So I kind of get up, and my routine sometimes is now it's in the car. So I'm praying as soon as I get up, but I have a million sticky notes on my bathroom, so I'm gonna go in my my room, and I automatically start with my I am statements. Actually, I'm tattooing I am on me tomorrow because I believe in it that much.
Right.
So I get in there and I say, I am a creator, I am a builder, I am positive, I am, just things of affirmation and manifesting it into my life. I'm a stronghold or whatnot. And then after my prayer, I'll always be sure to remind myself of my why, that I'm doing what I'm doing. I got up at 4 a.m. because it was bigger than myself.
Right.
It wasn't that it was any of me. It was all of God and all of the people that I'm doing it for, that they could change their life. And in turn, that will make me a better individual. So I'll be sure to do that. I do meditate. I read a lot. After I walked away from my basketball scholarship, I read a book called Jump, and that kind of piggybacks off what you were saying. Don't be afraid, but that's by Steve Harvey.
Right.
Shout out to him. Steve Harvey wrote this book, Jump, and sometimes you're not able to jump. Sometimes you're pushed, and that's good. Therefore, you have to kind of face everything and rise, and that's my acronym for fear: face everything and rise. So once you do that and you are pushed or you have made that jump, you kind of just give your all to it and allow God to work out the rest, just like He did the situations and opportunities.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Lotus? I can't hear you.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. We talk about frequency all the time.
Yes.
And something both of you said comes directly from this book, whether you know it or not.
Oh, my favorite book. That's crazy.
Totally Heal, Think, and Grow Rich.
Yes.
And in the 14th, those folks right there are your confidants. They are your executive board, if you
indeed.
will. Okay, and they help you maneuver through the world. And then you also talked about fear. And Steve Harvey and Les Brown, all those folks, they talk about fear. And Les Brown says fear is, false evidence appearing real. And in the 15th chapter of Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about how to outwit the 6 ghosts of fear. And so you guys, whether you've read this book or not, and if you haven't read this book, I would highly recommend that you read it because it will change your life immensely. But it sounds like you're already on the road. So it sounds like going into 2020, we got to really overcome our fears.
Yes.
So we don't get held back. And like you talked about, if you had not done what you've done, you probably wouldn't have your juices, and you may wait for your passion and the love of your life. And I think it was Steve Harvey. He talked about this too in Jump. Your passion and the love for what you do, it will make way for whatever it is that you're supposed to be, for whatever your niche is. And that 4 o'clock and that 3:30 in the morning, some people call it the witching hour, but that's when many of us, that's when our mind is most receptive. The first few minutes, I think it's the first 15 minutes, something like that, when you first wake up in the morning, that's when you are most receptive. And it's something about that 3:30 and 4 o'clock, because I'm up like, okay, all right, let's get it going. So again, frequency, like Kevin says. So I'm just happy y'all here.
Happy to be here.
Yes, likewise.
So it was funny when she came over. I had already heard that she might have been slightly nervous.
Very.
So when I got her to come upstairs, she was talking about how everything has manifested so quickly, and that like she said that she didn't expect to do this with Ted
Right.
and all this kind of stuff. But then she didn't expect this. She didn't expect somebody to come on. I want you to come on my radio show and do this and let's elevate your platform, you know, and all this kind of stuff. And so
That's dope.
it's like, you know, even though you didn't see it for yourself, you know, like you say, you manifested, so the universe saw it for you.
I feel like Nisha did too. Like, she called me before I got here, like, girl, you was okay. Just talk to them like you talk to me. Stop acting
That's
like
it.
And she, like, really coached me before I got here. And I really do appreciate her. Like, a lot of the people that I said I met here are really genuinely nice people. And they have helped me out a lot and wanted to see me do great. And I just think that's a beautiful thing. Because a lot... With her, she could have been like, you know, I'm here doing my thing, and she could have been selfish, but she was not that at all. She went and actually took my juices that she was buying at that and went and sampled them out for the next person to taste. And I really just appreciate her a lot for that, and I feel like it's a lot of great things coming in 2020. I know there is.
They already
Come on,
done.
Nisha, make sure you come on our show.
Yes, ask
We
Miss
gotta
Chef
have you on the
404.
show because iron sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron. And I think it was Les Brown, he was telling this story about this woman. She was writing all these stories and she was magnificent, but her husband just could not see it for her. And what he said was, you know, when you deal with people that can't see it for themselves, there's no way they can see it for you. And unequivocally, the graveyard is one of the wealthiest places on the earth because so many people have died with juicing companies in them, have died with their own gyms that span the globe, have died with so many things in them. And I'm just so happy that neither one of you took your stuff to the graveyard and you just breathing life in it and giving a refreshed way of living to the masses. So I love that.
Yes,
I love
indeed.
that.
Thank you.
So I got a text for you.
Uh-oh.
It was from one of the big guys, and they want to know, do you it's been put on our spirit to do something for the men. So when do you plan on seeing something being created for the big guys to create their best selves in 2020?
I don't wait. January 1st.
Okay.
Yeah. So be ready for some announcements. People can follow my page, Built by Bostick, the BBB, you know, Built by Bostick. I'll be making some announcements on that page. I'm going home. I'm planning automatically. Like, there's no need to wait. You know, you wait, you get relaxed.
Right.
So,
Therefore, you know, I'm going to reach out to you so we can plan accordingly as well. So we could do something in January of 2020.
Yeah, January.
So let's make it happen. Let's get it started.
That's the time.
So, yeah.
I love his drive. Hopefully it'll rub off on his clients.
Yes. That's me all day. Yes, indeed. Yes, no need to wait. So I'm ready.
What would you tell the women and men who looking to lose just as much weight as you did, and feel like they can't do it or it's impossible to do it, but you have done it?
Well, they won't be able to do it if they feel that they can't do it. So I'm going to start off saying that. Don't go into it with a negative thought. Just see yourself where you want to be and just know that, like he said, it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. And you do have to have your mind in it as well and be open to trying new things because what you've been doing got you where you at now. So we just got to implement something new, and that's all I could say. Like, you just got to try something new, and you'll get there in no time. And check out my page. I do have drinks that get you started on a weight loss or just a new lifestyle. It's my juice called Rejuvenate, and that's grapefruit and the citrus juice, and that also has the turmeric and ginger in there. And it's not really so much of a fast because I do put chia seeds in there, so to help sustain you and give you your omega-3s along the fast, but you are guaranteed to lose some weight. I had someone do it, and within, I believe it was 2 days, she said she lost 5 pounds. So it's definitely going to work. But that one can be modified for people who are vegan that don't eat honey. I can use monk fruit, or I can also use agave. So I do have those options available.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, we got a question. That's not my phone. But we got a question for you. Let me see. Are you able to ship, and will it stay fresh?
So I would have to do overnight shipping, and I actually haven't tried that yet, but I'm working on it, and it would have to be overnight.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then I have another question for you as well. It said, do you have recipes available for your juices?
So I am going to be starting a YouTube channel where I will show people how to juice, and I will be giving out recipes so you can learn how to do it, because I do want people to be healthy overall. So if people feel that if they don't want to pay, I do have some stuff that I can show you so you can get on the right
And
track.
you can also create an ebook. So
That too, I'm working on all of that. Like I said, I'm working on it all.
okay.
Definitely keep a lookout for me.
And
So we have another question.
uh-huh.
Will your juice help boost my metabolism?
Yes, it will. Again, I'll be using the sea moss with the one that I was just talking about, Rejuvenate. It also has the sea moss in there. And then I use juices with the cayenne pepper, so to definitely get that metabolism going and help with the thyroid as well.
Absolutely.
And then I'm looking also into the keto. If you just follow my page, I put out information that I'm learning, because I'm constantly researching every day to figure out ways to help everyone out, because I know just because I don't eat meat, there's still ways for me to help others that do eat meat, and I'm not going to shun anybody for that. Right. So I still offer information on that, because I was once a meat eater.
Right.
But yes, I do.
And then I'm a big proponent of eat right for your blood type.
Exactly.
So therefore, even though I do like vegan or plant-based, but I also understand too, if you have a blood type O, you are great at eating processing meat. So so I tell people who are blood type O crave meat because they are able to process it very well. So like you said,
Yes.
I don't always say you have to be vegan or you have to be plant-based. It's a great way for you to also lose weight and also to be able to eat meat.
Yep, that's it. You just gotta know yourself. Eat to
have
your
a
blood,
balance.
your body type, your blood type. Like you said, that's it. And have that balance. That's all it is.
Another thing that she mentioned with her bladderwrack and sea moss, just for some of you that you asked about boosting your metabolism, remember this also, the bladderwrack will help clean you out and get that gut straight, but also she's giving you a second power punch with that sea moss, because the sea moss has approximately 96, I believe, of the minerals that your body needs. So your minerals. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, and then with this drink, it also has that in there, and it has protein in it. And I did put some sea salt in there as well, so that gets your minerals in as well.
Okay.
All right.
Dope.
So what would you recommend for the men who's looking to be healthier version of themselves this year, and they've never been to the gym?
And never been to the gym. First and foremost, detox and cleanse, like you said, because most of the men are smoking Cubans. You got your cigars, you got your liquor, you got we don't understand how much weight that adds to it, especially if it's an everyday thing. But first, detox your body, cleanse your body, make sure that, because you're gonna sweat it all out first and foremost, all the beer, the yeast, all that kind of stuff. Come in and just make sure that your mindset is there. And and I'll take on the rest from there. Don't leave it up and put all the stress on yourself. Put it on me.
Okay.
And I'll take on from there.
So the other question is, what's the website that they could go to if they want to do online?
Right now, actually, I'm going through a process of developing my personal Built by Bostick's online program and a website and all that kind of stuff. Right now, we're just doing word of mouth, bringing people in and just strictly, DMs and things like that off social media, emails and things of that nature. I have been planning and doing some things of actually having that available for people to strictly go straight to my website, have the online videos posted either weekly or at least do 2 or 3 a week or something, and allow them to run and do a program like that too.
So for both of y'all, what's your social media information? So if they want to DM you about your juices or your salads or training with you, how can they reach you guys?
So mine's is aTaste_of_gratitude.
Yes. On
Instagram. And then my website is still in the mix, but I do have it. It's tasteofgratitude.co. But I'm working on putting more information up for you guys so you can understand what it is that I'm trying to sell to you, or just for you to look into yourself. I want to put references up there for you if you want to go purchase things on your own and do it, because I will be also providing sea moss for sale, but some people want to make it themselves, and then I'll make the gel for you. But just check me out.
That's it.
And for you?
And for myself, it's the BBB, Built by Bostick. That's on everything, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want to find it. Built by Bostick. And also be sure to follow the gym at Fit Factory 360. Again, that's Fit Factory 360 and Built by Bostick.
Oh, and the big girls movement for the ladies out there, because I know a lot of ladies be insecure.
Yeah.
Like she said, want to stay at home. There's a really good online program going on right now.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 girls that I feel like really motivate other big women. What is it, 2 dope girls?
Yeah, 2 dope girls in the gym.
They'll help motivate
Brandy
you.
and,
Like
Brandy
it's someone
and
you
Alex.
can look at and look at yourself basically when you
For
see
sure.
those women out there, and that makes a lot of women feel more comfortable too. And that's another reason I started uploading my journey of me still continuing to get the rest of my weight off. I started posting more workout videos so I could show people my actual journey.
Gotta show it.
Yes,
Gotta
so
show
they
it.
know the work I actually put in.
Right. Now, I want to talk to you because even I think guys go through the same insecurities as well.
Correct.
I remember when I lost my weight the first time. As I was losing the weight, I was dating a young lady, and she was like, "Don't lose too much weight." Because black women like men with some meats on their bones and all that kind of stuff, and that could be programmed in a man's head.
That's discouraging.
It's discouraging. But luckily for me, being a coach, I told her that I'm going to lose as much weight that makes me happy, and that I'm going to attract the person who likes me how I like myself.
Like you, how
so
you like yourself.
What would you say to the men who feel like they have to look a certain type of way to get the women?
First and foremost, that young lady, she gonna be right for you. She gonna take you how you are. First off, if she accepts you, for whether you a lean gentleman or whatever, because there's a process. You gonna change at a different level of whatever age that may be. I believe everything happens in sequence, Right. So if I'm changing and I'm elevating as a man and I'm challenging my wife to do the same thing, or my companion, doesn't even have to be my wife, my girlfriend, or whoever that I'm dealing with in the moment should be able to understand my goals like I understand her goals. And what I always want to make sure that men know for themselves is that it's not necessarily getting down to a point where it's, I'm happy. You have to start happy with the weight that you already are at.
Right.
It's not get happy or you're going to be discouraged. That's fine. Right. But be happy of who you are already. So later on, when you're knocking off that way, you just feeling more confident. Not the ego being in there and not, being egotistical with what you're saying, but having that confidence to wear the muscle shirt, to not come in there and have, a bunch of baggy clothes or feel discouraged or think you can't do it or any of that. So it's easy to encourage a fella to just let them know, be yourself and just adapt to the environment.
What you said hits right on the head, that whether it's male or female, they have to be secure and happy with who they are at this moment. So then therefore when they do lose the weight, if they ever was to, let's say, gain a little bit weight back,
revert back,
that
happens.
They don't look at themselves as being a failure, or they feel like they can't love themselves because they back at a certain type of weight. You still gotta be able to love yourself for who you are and where you at this particular moment, and just know that me wearing a certain type of model weight doesn't define my happiness.
Your happiness, exactly.
Lotus?
Well, I definitely believe that when you love yourself, people will love you. People will gravitate to you.
Exactly.
And you always have to know the best is always yet to come. You know, if somebody tells you, well, you're getting too skinny, or, you know, I don't like you because you're thinning out. Well, the question becomes, do you really want me for me, or do you want me for the image that you want me to portray?
Exactly. That's amazing. I just want to also second on something is not to get discouraged on. A lot of people check the scale for the number, and that never don't allow that weight to be where you want to be. Right. Exactly. You know, it's not that sight, it's that vision. You know, you don't want to see that number and you automatically like, oh man, I'm discouraged, whatever it may be, or I should be here, or I ate this, or you know, then you're getting too into your mental, and now you're not even able to focus and stay, like you guys said, that spiritual balance is not even there in that moment. So I definitely want to tell people, don't always look at the scale and judge yourself based upon that number that you see, because it's always what you're going for. You're always looking for another result later on down the road.
All right, so we got
and I concur with that.
I
concur with that, because it's unequivocal. What you think about, you bring about. And when you change what you think about changes. So you start seeing yourself at, if your optimal is 160 pounds, then you got to focus on that optimal. And just like she talked about, when she's up at 4 o'clock in the morning, she's conversing with the ancestors. It's all about your ritual. So if you get up in the morning and you tell yourself, I'm moving toward that 160 mark, and keep that in your forefront. That's what you focus on. Don't focus on nothing else. Don't care about what the scale says. You have to care about what you say, because what you speak about, you bring about.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
So,
and read something positive first thing in the morning, or listen to it.
Or
like
podcast,
you said, that
something.
first 15 minutes is
vital.
important. Yes. Don't check your phone. That's another routine I implemented. Don't check your phone. Let anything ruin your state, and just work on your breathing. That helps too. Work on your breathing, slow breathing.
Right. But you said something powerful too, and I don't know if everybody caught this, but what you said was, at night, you give your body and your mind an assignment before you go to sleep. And in that book I just showed you, Think and Grow Rich, it talks about giving your mind an assignment before you go to sleep. Because when you are in that subconscious state, guess what? Your mind is still working. So you giving your mind an assignment, and your body is the puppet, and your mind is the master. So if you master your body, like master your mind, right? Then you give yourself that assignment. In the morning, your body has no other thing, your spirit has no other way but to do what you've assigned it to do. So I thought that was very powerful.
All right, so we got 8 minutes left. So what I want to do is, ladies first, I want you, whatever on your spirit, I want you to speak to the listeners. It don't have to be about nutrition. It can be wherever you feel like you want me to let just tell the people. This is your opportunity right now.
What I want to tell the people is to keep hope and always believe in yourself, and don't doubt yourself. And it doesn't matter if you don't have anyone backing you, because even if you don't have family or anybody there, it's always someone in the world that's going to feel your heart, your intentions, and your energy, and you're just going to glow. So don't even worry about that. And for the people that's dealing with depression out there, like I said, just do some research. There's a lot of things that you can take, natural remedies, and do for yourself versus taking medicine, because I really don't believe in the medicine. I don't like the side effects. I feel getting sick when, I just don't agree with that at all. So just look into it, do your own research, because you have to, and you never know what people are out here selling you. So I am very genuine with what I do. and I just bring you the best. So just do your own research. And like I said, I'm going to show you guys, because it's a lot of things that I seen when I was doing my research with juicing companies that they do, like juicing the whole apple or the whole pineapple. Like some people think they're allergic to pineapples, but they're putting the rind of the pineapple in there, or not even soaking them in salt to bring down that acid. So that's burning your tongue, and it feel like it's actually eating away, because it's what it does. It eats away at the flesh, the rind of the pineapple. So I just want to put that out there. Be mindful, and that's all I want to say.
All right. So Lotus, ladies first. Tell everybody what's on your spirit, and you want to tell everybody, and then tell everybody again how they can find you.
I would say that
You breaking up.
I wish all of you to 2020. I hope you can hear me. I want to say that I wish you all a blessed ending to 2019, and I wish you magnificent 2020. I would say you've got the best right in front of you. Take a hold of these two wonderful people that's before you and utilize them to help you ignite and take flight so that you can be the best you that you want to be. And I'm just thankful to be here. Thank you for tuning in every week.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Amazing words from all of you. First and foremost, I agree with both messages, and thank you for sharing that, sharing your words and your wisdom with us. I definitely would say Blinded World. I have it tattooed on me. It is a company me and my brother LLC'd, and that stands. It's an acronym for Believe, Love. Love, Invest, and Determine Every Destiny. And that's what I want to send to people. You have to first not only believe in yourself, but believe in what you're doing and believe in the people around you to make the opportunity happen. Believe in God, have a higher power, understand that there's a belief higher than yourself. You have to love, be love. I feel like it's a state of being. I don't feel like it's a mood. I don't feel like it's something that somebody should bring to you. You have to be that. You get that and you'll give it back. Invest into your health, invest into your future, invest into people around you. Invest into everything that will make you a better individual, and to help you go to the next level. And then the N is just, stands independent for itself. And then the DED, determine every destiny. I feel like you do those three things, that'll determine your pathway and your destiny to success. Believe, love, invest.
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't even know what to say.
Right.
So for me, first of all, I want to thank you guys for being on my show. You guys brought the fire. I really am proud of both of you guys and what you're doing.
Oh, well, same to you.
You guys, had great stories. So you have a journey, and so not only have you lost the weight, but now also you have showed your spiritual fortitude to follow through and let God guide you to wherever He's going to be, and not just allowing Him just give you several different opportunities. When He give you the opportunity, you actually act on it and seize on it. For you, brother, I just think for you to tell your story of walking away from a full scholarship, people will look at you like, "Are you crazy?" Right.
Yeah. And I didn't share the rest. It gets more sentimental. The same time I left, I got in 2 car accidents, totaled my vehicle. That day I went to the hospital. I wasn't going to get in the ambulance. I was going to walk away. Nobody was answering, grandparents, none of that. Mom, whoever that was around the area, I went across the street, hydroplane, went into somebody's yard, hit their tree. I went to the hospital. Something told me just go anyway. I'm hard-headed. I'm optimistic. My mind's like, okay, walk home, figure it out. Like that's just me because I wasn't hurt. I seen blood, but I wasn't physically hurt.
Right.
But God just said, okay, stop being you and be Him. So understand that, and I got in the ambulance, and then I got there, and the nurse came in. And she said, we'll have to probably do we were going to try to do stitches over your eye. I know you guys can't see it right now. The scar went away. But she said, young man, if they would have went 2 centimeters closer, you would have been blinded. And I smiled because that's my brand. And we just LLC'd it. So I said all those wrecks and all that stuff that happened when I walked away from that scholarship, it was what God had planned.
Absolutely.
So it was beautiful for me.
Absolutely. And, I always tell the story, a lot of times you feel like you want to be in control of your journey, and a lot of times God or the universe, whatever you believe in, is in control of your journey. And when I was teaching spin classes, I loved the fact that I had the instant gratification of the people who was taking my class and seeing them lose the weight and all that kind of stuff like that. But God had placed something on me that was bigger than myself. But at that time, I couldn't see it. So I couldn't see it because I couldn't see how I was going to make the money.
How you was going to do it, right.
Right. And so since I refused to jump when he asked me to jump, he forced me.
Pushed you.
So he forced me to where, I got bit by a poisonous spider in my ankle.
Oh, wow.
And I was in the hospital for a month. And so that prevented me for a while from teaching spin classes. So what it did was it made me focus on the holistic health side of myself and the life coaching side of myself, because then that's where I realized, I'm great at spin class, but I'm an expert at being a life coach.
Life coach, right.
And so therefore he wanted me to focus more on that. And so now when I tried to always want to come back and say I'm going to teach spin classes, but the doors always closed because he didn't want me to do it in that manner. But what he wanted me to do is, you can still do it, but do it in the way that I want you to do it. Which is, individual classes, you tour and you connect with men like yourself, because I will always want to collaborate with men and help us showcase us in a different light. And so, as I start to just give in and just go follow through it, then the people start coming to me. And so like Lotus came to me and she was like, okay, we got this vision, we're gonna go on tour, you're gonna teach a spin class, and you're gonna go, and then we're gonna talk about this different type of stuff, and I could go and have people in different cities collaborate with me. And so then I didn't know, and the crazy part about it is I was so gung-ho on, a certain person here in Atlanta that I really want to work with. And, I would reach out, but they would never follow back up, all that kind of stuff. So I had to understand that person was not meant for me in the vision and stuff like that. So then when I got here and had got you, I'm like, okay. And you saw the vision and you saw how we could monopolize and also inspire the people to do it. That's when he was like, there you go.
There you go.
And
wow. Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
So that's just being said that in this journey, you have to just be one and surrender to what's going on to you. You might not always see the benefit, but the benefit is there if you believe. So my thing is, let's be authentic. Let's be true to who you are. Love yourself enough to know that who you are at this moment is enough, and you don't have to be anything else but yourself. And the people who are meant to love you, meant to be in your circle, will be there. And the ones that are not, should not. And you gotta let that go. So let all the people who are no longer your friends, no longer going in the same route that you're going. You guys are elevating yourselves to a higher level. Sometimes you gotta let go of certain friends or family members that are not doing the same thing as you doing, because they want you to be the old version of DJ, the old version of you, and because that's what they know of you. And the new version of you guys, the new version of Lotus, the new version of me makes people uncomfortable because they haven't elevated. So then therefore you gotta be okay to say, I'm gonna let you go. And when you're ready, you come find me.
Exactly.
Back to Les Brown. Like he said, you don't got to always cut those people off. Some people you just go dance with. Some people you gossip with. And there's some people you talk business with. Right. You can't mix everything in with every person. So you got those people that you can go to. But just make sure you surrounding yourself with people that motivate you, uplift you, and just empower you to do better. Like just lift your spirits, because sometimes you really do need that. So if you're around some negative friends and you want to open up and say something you feel like you can't, go start hanging around people that got the same thoughts as you. Find like-minded people. It's a lot of avenues out here for you to go on.
Yeah, right. So,
and that's a big part of being healthy too. And like I said, if things have kept you back in 2019, things that unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy people, you have to leave them in 2019 unless they want to graduate to 2020 with you and have a healthy mind, spirit, and soul and body.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, I once again say thank you to both of you guys.
Yes.
You guys was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank Niche because evidently she knew my spirit, and so she knew who would be perfect for me to come with me and have a crazy show. So I do appreciate her because she recommended two amazing individuals, and so I'm truly appreciative of you guys.
Likewise.
Lotus, thank you, ma'am. As always, we gotta talk about, we gotta connect and talk about the men's roundtable number 2, ladies roundtable, and the health and wellness thing. We gotta get some dates together so we can reach out to these great
looking
people.
Forward to meeting
I can't wait. I can't wait to fill up this calendar in 2020.
So with that being said,
Fantastic.
Thank you for tuning in to the Wellness Architect Show. Be great, be authentic, and you be yourself. We are out. Peace. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, awesome.